Hey everyone, happy Monday. Tony George, DocSports.com. Thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks for tuning in. Free winner yesterday on USC for you was a no-brainer. Didn't need the money line there. The only game I got right yesterday because unfortunately, after going 3-0 on Saturday, we went 0-2 yesterday. We had a strong position on Alabama. And man, they never got off the bus. Couldn't hit a shot to save their life. Couldn't make a free throw to save their life. Somehow, miraculously, on a miracle shot, typical March Madness shot, they got it into overtime. They got their butt handed to them by a UCLA team that I underrated. And Pac-12 continues to be almost 50% of the Elite Eight. You know, they might have had four in there if two of them didn't play each other last night. So, unbelievable, but we'll bounce back today. We've got a triple header in college basketball. Doc Sports, you get a free $60. Click the link in the description below and come get tonight's card for free. We're going to have side and total picks. Matter of fact, we're doing 4-unit picks right down the board. 3 of them. Flat bet across the board. Side and total in the early game and side pick in the late game. We'll talk about the total in the late game here in just a second. Also, I'd be remiss in my duties if I did not mention that Major League Baseball starts this week. Pleasantly surprised at season package signups over the weekend. You guys are jumping on board. And Major League Baseball, the previous 2 years before the COVID shortened 60-game season they had last year, it was business as usual for us. We won over 200 and some units in 2 years and had an epic year in 2018 with 142 units and 61% overall, never laying over minus 150. And we're going to continue that. Now, last year during the COVID shortened season and some rule changes and all the different things how that played out, we didn't do well. But the nice thing about this year, we've been working on baseball for the last 6 weeks. But the nice thing about it is we've had spring training, we've had spring games, we've had numbers to work with, things to notice, things to research. And I doubt whether I will have more than 1 or 2 plays in the opening week of baseball. I usually never do. I want to see those pitching rotations go through. I want to see how things shake out early on. And then we start going. There's 160 plus games this year. So there's going to be plenty of Major League Baseball picks to have out there through October. So we should be good. Obviously, you got to worry about the COVID issues with teams traveling, this, that, and the other, as we do in every sport right now until this thing calms down. But it's going to be a lot more, quote-unquote, normalcy to this year's season. We'll be looking forward to getting right back in the win column here in Major League Baseball. It does drop. First pitch goes on Thursday, so those of you that are baseball lovers, going to be a great week for you guys. But let's go ahead and get to the business at hand, and that's a free pick tonight. I took a look at this Baylor Arkansas game, and bear in mind that all 4 of these games today and tomorrow in the Elite Eight, the lines are sharp. They really are. And so this here I liked the side in this game. I liked the side and total in the other game. So this, we're pushing a little bit on this total. But if you take a look at the numbers, you got to lean under 148 in this game, the late game between Baylor and Arky tonight. I took a look. If you take... What you want to do is take a look at the last 5 game averages, and that's kind of give you an indication, in terms of a matrix of trying to come up with some averages for the game. Last 5 games, both these teams are scoring 73 points, and Arkansas's bumped up their average on offense against teams like Colgate and Oral Roberts. So, they needed every bucket they could get against Oral Roberts just to win it. So, and of course, if you take a look at Baylor, they struggled against Nova, didn't put up a lot of points, but both these teams are averaging 73 points a game, and that's 146. And that's really the number I look at more so than the defensive averages, which is 133. Baylor allowing 64, Arkansas 69. But it's Baylor's defense. If you take a look at their tournament record in the NCAA tournament, forget the Big 12 tournament, They allowed 51 to Nova, 63 to Wisconsin, and 55 to Hartford. They could have held Hartford to 45. They cleared out the bench, and it was a blowout first-round game. They rested starters. But they really had shut them down completely. It was a complete mismatch, 1 versus a 16. But at the end of the day here, if you look at shooting percentages, 43% for Baylor, 31% from three-point range, which is way below their average because they haven't shot well in this tournament, and 42% for Arkansas from 4, and 25% from three-point range. I'm going to lean under here. Under 148, late game. Baylor, Arkansas, Doc Sports, triple header, 4-unit play in the NBA and 4-unit play in NHL today. Let's go.